I know this term where like grind your 20s to live your 30s. Dude, it's meant to be fucking lonely. Like those 20s of you grinding every single day is meant to be fucking boring and lonely. Occasionally, you guys are gonna have your breaks, and like when you go out, right? Like I consider myself that that's kind of my lifestyle at the moment. As we're speaking, that's kind of my lifestyle. I'm grinding my 20s to live my 30s, right? I'm going to San Diego this weekend to have some, refresh some batteries, enjoy some of life a little bit. But like that's the reality, that's the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? Like many people words, putting that work in every single day, and you just feel like your life is on autopilot, or like it's fairly fucking boring, you're not doing nothing in your life. Just know that you're setting yourself up for success. And it's gonna be really rich and really wealth when you're older. I'm a firm believer of trusting the process, letting time do its thing. Um, Back in high school, I used to make content. It flopped like fucking shit, and but I kept trying and trying. I am 20 now. I hit my 16th million views on a video 16 times. I hit 16 different times within the past 3 fucking months. Like you're gonna hit your fucking curve. You know what I'm saying? Top of that, I don't even get into sports, but like when I used to do wrestling, I failed 3 times to make it to state. I failed 3 times to place top 8 in my state. For me in high school, that was the biggest thing for me. That was the absolute biggest thing for me because I put that work in every single fucking day, and consistent. You got to be stay consistent. Like when you drink, when you work out, it has to be consistent because that's what really matters. Those little small things is going to really improve your life. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I don't wrestle no more, but like those habits and this work ethic I put in as a high schooler, as a as an athlete back then, it really transformed me into adulthood for me. And these little small things that I'm doing every single day, it's going to help me for my future. So, uh, as I'm saying, on my fourth last try for high school, I was able to. And listen, for my last year of high school, I have a torn ACL, MCL, meniscus on the same leg. The year before that, I came off of a concussion, and I placed top 8. My record was fucking 35 and like 11 or 12. I wasn't gonna lie and say 35 and like 40 and 10, so it looks kind of cool. But reality is like 35 or 36 or something to like 12 with one fucking leg, and I was kicking ass. And on top of that, like my whole right arm was like uh taped up because I hyperextended it at regionals. And you know, like I was like the number 2 in my region, the number 1 in my district, and the number 8 in my whole state. On my last try, I was able to put that fucking work that I did in the last 4 years to make on that podium. And it's not really big. It may not really connect with you as well. But like to me, that was the biggest thing in my life. Because um to me, it was denting the universe a little bit. Because like on the on in my high school, there's a wall of names who plays in state. And my name was on the wall. And I was the first ever in my family to ever do that. And to me, my name is gonna be on that wall forever. Sure, I'm not gonna go to that high school no more, but like to me, my wall is like engraved on this earth forever. I could die in like 100 years, and my name on the wall is still gonna be there, which is the coolest fucking thing to think about. You know what I'm saying? Like it's small, but to me and to my goals, that's the biggest fucking thing. Thing is letting go. Like you must let go of the shit you have now to ascend to that higher level. Get what I'm saying? So to me, at least this is something small, but it could be big in many people's lives. I cut off so much relationships in high school to focus on my goals because it was that important to me to hit that level. I haven't figured out what. And when you face that dilemma of choosing one or the other, uh, it's going to really impact your life and your lifestyle a lot. Like if you were this it doesn't mean like if you pick your girl, your goals are go low, right? It varies because each part, like, girls or guys are different, and either they're the ones that like lift you up while you're pushing your goals, or they bring you down. So, and that's up to you to decide if that's your partner. But to me, I'm really selfish when it comes to my goals. I'm really like clear and vocal about this when I talk to women. I let them know like, hey, I'm really like my goals have some weight on my shoulders that I'm trying to pursue. And usually like with women, they would like agree to me. Oh, they would support me and like think it's hot, whatever, because I'm a man with a plan. But reality is, some girls would take it as like you're giving me no attention, you're wasting my time, kind of thing. Truthfully, I might be wasting your time, but like you cannot be mad at me when I explain that to you from the very beginning. And I constantly bring that up. Anyways, that's not what I'm talking. That's not what I'm talking. I figure out like I'm gonna use girls for example because this happened to me a lot, and it's become a pattern since high school. I hit a fork in the road where I either A, keep pushing the momentum of my goals or the plan I have, or B, I take a step back a little bit to satisfy this girl. And usually I most like 99% 9% chance I always go with A. You know, that's who I am, that's the lifestyle I want to achieve. It's the goals I have set for myself. But like I know some guys that I there's some guys that I know that chooses B, where they choose their girl over the goals. And you see the other side of the coin where they become really like depressed and they get a lot of envy from either you or like another person that does like a lot of cooler shit, you know? Like they get a sense of like they're not doing well in their life and they get really not really, they get a little jealous. Like you can sense a little jealousy because they won't talk about it, but they get sense a little jealousy because they want to talk about how they wish they could have done this, or you know they like to do something that's really fun, but they have to go back to their girlfriend to make sure it's okay. Sometimes they get a yes, mostly it's a no. And I've seen a lot happen where a lot of guys that I'll talk to would start living for their significant other that they just barely met, than pursuing their goals. I think a great relationship would be that the girl is helping the guy out, pushing himself to be a better person, and also the guy is helping the girl push themselves a better person as well. It's a 50-50 where they both level up at the same time. Not just one goes up and one goes down, or the other one goes up, the other one goes down. You know what I'm saying? And that takes a lot of maturity in today's age because like um it's really hard to find those kinds of people that think like you. And sometimes like just life. That's the duality of life. That's like life and death. It's a perfect equilibrium of the two. But like it's a perfect like equilibrium of the two, you know. But it would be fucking nice to have someone to help me out also. It's the law of equivalent exchange, right? Like you gotta push your goals to to be a better person, and sometimes you gotta lose that relationship.